Hello, I'm the Media Wiz, because one art form wasn't enough. So, got yet another vlog on our hands, and today we're going to be talking about the Virtual Boy. Now, I originally planned on this being a review, but then I realized I couldn't really write an in-depth... I couldn't come up with notes for an actual review on this thing. As much as I tried, I couldn't find enough actual reviewing material. Then I decided I would do a commentary, a let's play on the games, but again, just like with the review, I couldn't get enough footage to, I couldn't, obviously it's a Virtual Boy, you can't play it and, you know, film yourself. Well, I mean, we'll sort of be doing it in this video, but you can't film actual gameplay footage and then make commentary and show the people. I mean, for the people that did videos on the Virtual Boy where they were able to get gameplay footage, like the Nerd and all the other people, you guys are, I don't know how you guys did it, but you pulled it off. So yeah, today we're just going to do a vlog, but it'll be an edited vlog, so you won't have a whole 55 minutes of me dicking around about how much I love Tenacious D. But we're going to be talking about the Virtual Boy. In fact, I got the Virtual Boy bag right over here, and might as well show it off to you guys right now. So you guys might as well know, I got this on eBay for about 30 bucks, which is still less than a Nintendo 64 game, which like the games on Nintendo 64 themselves are like 100 bucks. So yeah, I got this thing for a pretty good price, I guess. And well, I mean, unless you want to look at it that this entire thing is a ripoff, but yeah, we might as well see what's inside the bag. Got the Virtual Boy itself. We got the controller with now this is a special thing with the Virtual Boy. They really wanted this thing to be the next portable console, kind of like the Game Boy. But the thing with the Game Boy is that whether it be the original 80s Game Boy or like any of the later adaptations like the Game Boy Advance or any of the other adjustments they made, or even other handhelds that they made later on, like the 3DS or the 2DS, at least with those, you could at least carry them around. Imagine carrying this around with you, or any of the other attachments that come with the thing, like, we'll get to them in a minute, but you might notice that there's a thing on the back of the controller that opens up, and there's a little hole right there. Well, what does that do? That is so that you can plug it into the wall, in case you want to play it like a regular console, which is pretty much what it is. So, okay. This is what you plug in. Now you work the wire around and close this little part of it down here, and then you plug this big ass plug, which is just as big as the plugs for any of the other consoles I have, right over there near the TV, whether it be the NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. No, the Sega Genesis has an actually good cord. The Game Boy, not the Game Boy, the GameCube has a pretty good plug. Nintendo 64's plug is insane, but yeah. Basically, NES, Super NES, and the Nintendo 64, they have plugs just like this. And yeah, I'm not going to complain about how much I hate these big box plugs, but let's just plug this bad boy in. Then, you get the stand. Now, here's one of the things I feel to complain about with this. I've had this thing for about 3 years now, so yeah, I've had this thing way before we even started the show. The Virtual Boy, the stand itself, after 2 weeks of owning it, it broke. There's a front piece that's supposed to be here so that it clamps into place. The front piece, it's just like this piece, this little back right here. It's supposed to look like this, except it's on the front. That part broke in about 2 weeks' time. So yeah, or if we're going off the stand for this thing sucks. But alright, but from when I tried it last time, it does hold it just barely. Now we get to the games themselves. Alright, the games include Mario Tennis, Nestor's Funky Bowling, Virtual League Baseball, and Vertical Force. Other crap inside the bag includes manuals. There's this thing from Nintendo that's just sort of for the console itself. There's this little thing that apparently came in Nintendo Power. Yet another one of these things. I don't know why they put two of these in here, but just I don't know, maybe it actually doesn't contain information that you need for a first timer, but I've looked up videos about the Virtual Boy before, so I know most of what you have to do. Then you get to the actual manuals. Vertical Force Manual, which has the Japanese subtitles. There's also Japanese on the cover of the actual cartridge. Oh, there's actually rating. Virtual League Baseball is rated KA, which means ages 6 and up, which is hilarious to me. And then same rating for Nestor's Funky Bowling. I think you'd have to be at least 6 or under to appreciate these games. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, and going back to the whole... this is the thing that you would use if you wanted to take this thing on the go, like in the car ride or, heaven forbid, out in the streets to play it. But you would open this thing up like this. You pop this part open, then you open this thing up, and you could put batteries in it. But you saw earlier, we plugged the thing into the wall so we can play it electrically. The one thing that I find a little confusing is that there's no instruction manual for Mario Tennis, but whatever, it should be pretty simple. Well, I finally got it set up and I had to set it over to the good old nightstand table, supply table, whatever we want to call it, and got it all set up. First game we're going to be playing is Mario Tennis, and yeah, you get to see me react to the games on the Virtual Boy, yay! Alright, so let's begin this, shall we? Read instructions and booklets before. Yeah, I didn't get any of those, so skip. Virtual Boy, automatic pause off. Mario Tennis. No. Okay, here's something I noticed. When you hit the B button, it sends you back to this main menu screen. It's not that impressive. The graphics look pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Gameplay's not that bad. I mean, it's just tennis with Mario. Yeah, remind me that I got 0. Yeah, keep showing me that. Yeah, sure, that makes me happy. Oh, this time I actually got to throw the ball first. I think when you throw the ball first, honestly, it makes the game a lot easier. I'm barely even moving this time around. This time I'm just sitting in one spot. Why am I keep hitting the ball perfectly? What the hell? Yeah, screw you, Donkey Kong. How am I at fault? How come I didn't get any points? That sucks. What? Double fault? Come on. Oh, okay, that's why I didn't get any points, because I faulted. Oh, you have to hit B to actually get it. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, I can do this too. What? Come on, I keep hitting these perfectly. How come he keeps getting points and I don't get anything? Oh my god, looks like he looks like he's stroking off to rub it in my face. Yes, screw you, Donkey Kong, dick. Well, now the game's getting good. It's easy. Just stand in one spot. The gameplay feels like something that they would have on 3DS. Yeah, getting pretty good now. I think when you play it for a while, you actually get used to it. This game's pretty good, not gonna lie. I mean, it sucks you have to play it like this, but yeah. God, this is intense as an actual game of tennis. God, he's getting faster! Alright, how much? Did I get anything? Nothing?! I didn't get anything from that. Okay, let's get one more time. Why is he getting so faster all of a sudden? Oh, I can just stay perfectly still, and he doesn't even try to make it a different swing. It's in the same spot, really, it is. God, this really... Okay, it starts to hurt your eyes and it starts to hurt in general. Like, this position you have to play at, you have to lean in. I like to move around just to make it a little interesting because really you don't move at all except for every once in a while. Like you move opposite to the court, but really we're all stationary. Do I have to keep moving around the court? Is that how you get points? Oh! Okay. That was Mario Tennis. The gameplay itself is fun, but the fact you have to keep staying in the same position sucks. The thing that keeps biting is the fact that the points aren't fair. The points, like, you could, like, literally keep getting, like, really good swings. Like, you could swing, like, phenomenally 5 times, and every so often, you're still gonna get 0 points, and yet Donkey Kong gets, like, 30 or 15. It's not fair. But other than that, like, the only other thing that sucks is they have to lean in to play, but that's... Then again, you're probably not me, so you don't have to play your Virtual Boy like that, probably. But other than that, like if they remade this for an actual handheld console, or even if they made this for like a Wii or a Wii U, this wouldn't be that bad. This fits right in with all the other Mario games. It's just on Virtual Boy. That's the only real problem here. But yeah, other than that, the graphics themselves aren't terrible. It's just they're in black and red. That's the only problem with it. and obviously the gameplay, well, I'm not gonna say it feels rigged, but yeah, Mario Tennis, it's probably the best of the Virtual Boy library. Alright, now we got Nestor's Funky Bowling. Important, read instructions, nope. Although this one doesn't have the Japanese instructions underneath it, so that's kind of Virtual Boy. Automatic pause. What's with the automatic pause feature? No. I'll pause when I feel like it. Nintendo presents Nestor's Funky Bowling. It looks like it's in 3D. No, seriously, like, it really looks like you're looking into a 3D movie from the 80s. A really bad one, too. Didn't hit a single pin, and the pin's mocking me. You suck. Gonna miss. Gonna miss. Yep, missed. Okay, this game does feel rigged. One more time, and if I lose, I'm just giving up on this one. How do you play this right? I am literally moving everywhere across. I move to the left, to the far left, to the right, to the far right. I stay stationary no matter what. Okay, last time. I'm just gonna go in the middle. Let's see what happens if you stay in the middle. If you stay in the middle, then the ball moves to the right, and it goes down and it doesn't hit a single pin. That one sucked. That was honestly cheap. That entire game, that one feels rigged. Mario Tennis I could forgive with the scores, because at least the gameplay was fluent and you could play it. This one feels literally like it feels like you could not win. It feels like they programmed it so that you couldn't win. I mean, oh my god, I hope they don't this one they should not remake. This one they should leave dead on Virtual Boy. Alright, next we got Virtual League Baseball. Alright. There's no Japanese text, unlike Mario Tennis. Also, I love the fact that half the time I have to keep looking down at the controller to see what I'm pushing. Automatic pause. Why is that still a feature? In some of the crappiest GIF-looking CG you'll ever see. The entire background looks like something out of Dr. Seuss's Nightmares. Holy crap. It's America versus Canada. This should be an easy win. No offense, Canada. I am so weirded out by the fact that the A button is start. The other games you use the start button more than the A button. Now it's all vice versa. Just get to the game. I don't care about the stats. It's a video game. So you're a batter. What? I'm out? What? Do I run? Okay. I'm doing surprisingly well. I got 2 outs. Alright. Strike. Okay, I got my first strike. Strike. Crap. Oh my god, okay. Half the time you miss it and it feels like you would hit it, but still better than Nestor's Funky Bowling, which is so far the worst game out of the bunch. I mean, at least I'm actually getting something accomplished. Strike. Strike, crap. 3 strikes, you're out. Batter out. Alright, try one more time. Hey, at least I'm in the lead, I got 2 points. Versus Canada, which has 0. Yeah! Crap. A recurring problem with the Virtual Boy is that the plug keeps getting unplugged. That one was actually not that bad. It wasn't as good as Mario Tennis, but it was better than Nestor's Funky Bowling. Because I could at least play the games. I could at least play that game before I got the plug pulled off. But with that game, like I said, it's playable. Half the time it feels rigged, but it's not as, like I said, not as rigged as Nestor's Funky Bowling. But it wasn't as fun as Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis was fun to play through and through, as much as the scoring was bullcrap. But anyway, last game. Vertical Force. Instruction, blah blah blah. Oh look, Japanese writing. Haven't seen that since Mario Tennis. Start, Virtual Boy. What is with the automatic pause section? What does that even mean? What do you want breaks between stages? I'm probably not even gonna be playing this that long, so I mean, before you start to get an actual eye strain from this. Alright, space. Vertical Force. Start game. Yeah, what else? Is that supposed to be Earth? Because it just looks like a series of dots. Okay. So now I'm a ship going at light speed. Oh my god, it's Galaga! This looks like Galaga, man! Wait, okay, the A and B button, here's what the A does. Here's what A does. It sends you up and down, and you're trying to survive getting shot at by a bunch of other rival ships. Are those look like TIE fighters. Was this supposed to be a Star Wars game? It is Galaga mixed with all these, it's Galaga mixed with Star Wars. Except it's not as fun as it sounds. Crap. God, there's like crap everywhere on the screen that can get you. Like there's almost no room to breathe. Oh my god, there's so much crap. I died? You know what, screw it, I don't want to continue. No. Well, that was the first time I actually played that. That was... The other ones I actually had a test run with, but those, I've never played that one before. Wow, okay. The only problem with that was that it was barely functional. The only thing with that game is that there's crap all over the screen and you have to dodge it. Like there's giant ships that spit lasers, there's TIE fighters, there's asteroids, there's laser beams, there's tons of stuff you have to dodge. But the problem is there's so much of it on the screen, there's like no room for you to actually try and get away from it all. I mean, it was kind of fun when it starts, but after like the first few seconds, then the actual game starts to kick in. It gets pretty damn bad after a while. That was the first game I actually died. Like I said, the baseball one, the plug got undone. That's why I had to cut that one short. I gave up on Nestor's Funky Bowling and I ended with Mario Tennis. This one, I died. This is probably well, out of all the games I have, this is probably the only Virtual Boy game where you can actually die. Baseball you can lose, Mario Tennis you can lose, and Nestor's Funky Bowling you can never succeed at. This one, no, you die. Your ship gets shot at and hit enough times, you're dead. So, I guess I'd rank it... I put it on par with the baseball one, honestly. That's as much fun I'd put it. I'd put it on par with the baseball one. Mario Tennis is the best one. This and baseball are decent if they were to be remade. Like, I'd at least say Mario Tennis definitely needs to be remade. These two, the Vertical Force and the baseball one, they might be able to be remade if they had competent companies behind it. They could have pretty good gameplay if they were remade for actual consoles. Like if they were put on Wii U, they could be somewhat decent little games, or even like 3DS. I could see them being decent. But Nestor's Funky Bowling, unless they could just start from scratch and change up some gameplay, probably. Maybe, but no, I hated Nestor's Funky Bowling. Nestor's Funky Bowling was the worst one out of all of them. And as for the Virtual Boy itself, it's a novelty. It really is. It's kind of the room of a video game decade. It's kind of the room of the video gaming decade it came from. It's such a dumb concept, but you kind of can't forget about it. You kind of need to just see how bad it is yourself, really. I'm not saying you should buy it. You really shouldn't, unless you want to, really. I'm not saying you should buy it. You really shouldn't, unless you want it. It's such an oddity of its own creation, but it's kind of fun a little bit until it starts hurting your back and your overall positioning, like your feet start twitching, your back starts aching, your neck starts crinking, and your eyes start getting strained from the lack of color perception. But Virtual Boy, it exists. It's such a dumb concept, but the games range from decent to absolutely bad. That's the best way to describe it. Games can be either decent, not great, not even good, just to no, that sucks. That's the kind of games you got in this thing, people. So if you're that kind of person that likes games that aren't great, but rather accept mediocrity over actual crap, yeah, this is for you. One more thing I just noticed. The Virtual Boy itself kind of looks like the Insano Flex from the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. But yeah, Virtual Boy, it's so mediocre. That's the best way to describe it. It's painfully mediocre. But until then, I'm the Media Wiz, because One Art Forum wasn't enough.